go have a look, find some of the perks of being single, the benefits of not being in a relationship, so I'll feel good about myself no matter what. And the very first thing I read said, well, look on the bright side. At least you're free to fart whenever you want now. It's like, that's exactly the first thing that crossed my mind when I sat in my own on Nando's on Valentine's Day crying. Thank fuck for that, I've been keeping this one in for the last 2 years. Thought I might find something like a bit more credible to cling on to though, so I kept reading. It said, you know what, it is so important that you take care of yourself. And as I lay there in my child's monkey onesie, because the adult ones are too big for us, crying, covered in biscuit crumbs and broken dreams, I thought, you know what, it's actually really important that I take care of myself. But then I read the next line and it said, because changing your underwear might feel like a mammoth task at the minute, but trust us, it is worth the effort. I was like, well, hold on a second there, pet, if you're the kind of person who finds changing your underwear a mammoth task, might be the subtlest of fucking indications as to why you're single in the first place. Thing is, I'll also hold my hands up and admit that when I go out, I'm never the one that gets chatted up. If I do, it's always a weird one. I was in a bar the other night and someone said, excuse me, pet, are you pregnant? Now, as far as first impressions go, I'm pretty sure that's not how you make a good one. So I was like, no mate, why? He looked us dead in the eye, slid his drink across the bar and went, do you want to be? Now, I'm born and bred Newcastle. It takes one hell of a lot for me to turn down the offer of a free drink. I am quite aware that could be my first step on the property ladder. Got to think long term in this climate. The thing is, I kept thinking, I was like, well, if I'm not the one that's going to get chatted up in me quest to become this new woman, I'm going to be the one that does the chatting up. But I'm not very good at flirting, I never have been, but on all these dating websites I was on, there was loads of tips on how to flirt. I think they might have been setting us up for a bit of a fail at first, because one of the very first ones was, why not suggest a game of tug-of-war to break the ice with your potential partner? I'm not being funny if you came up with me in the street with a bit of rope and said, do you want to play a game? I wouldn't say that as flirting, I'd say that as a potential threat, if I'm honest. So I kept reading again, thought, you know, there's got to be something on here, and eventually I think I found some things that might send us in the right direction, so we're going to reenact what happened that night. I took those tips on board. Don't worry, you don't have to do anything. Now my first tip number one, was I had to pick a target. So I did, my target I chose that night. Said I had to make eye contact. So I did. But as you might be starting to tell, I am not entirely sure what's a socially acceptable amount of time to maintain eye contact with someone I've just met. As well, I'm the tiniest bit socially awkward, so my way to break the ice was to lean across the bar and whisper, the internet told me I had to make you my target. And I've never seen somebody run so fast in his life, but thing is, in my drunken confusion and an attempt to claw the situation back, I remembered the next tip that simply said, the thrill is in the chase. Just thought he wanted to play the game.